Are you ready, baby? Are you ready, baby? Are you ready to love?
And so the joy begins.
The joy already begins. I think we're live anyway. We are live. Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, I Love You Me community. Hello, YouTube family. Hello, everybody else on social media who is watching this. We love you. I love you. Mwah.
I love you.
Yes, she
so
does.
Happy to be here.
I love you.
I love you.
I know. I know. Oh my goodness.
Wonderful. What medicine for, joy for the soul.
Yeah, that's exactly what you are, Natalie Ray. I'm really excited to welcome you. I'm really excited to welcome our viewers as well. Everybody, this is Natalie Ray. She's a very dear friend of mine. She's the CEO of Life Ladder and she's the founder of the Worldhugathon. And that's what we're going to share with you tonight. And I just have to say, before I let Natalie say another word, Natalie is like, and I always say this about Natalie, she is like the uberest Niagara Falls of love. It's like if you can imagine standing under Niagara Falls when you need a shower, and you don't just get a shower, you're just like, right? So if if you ever meet Natalie in real life, in fact, you're going to experience this with her this evening. You don't just get a little bit of a shower of love and a little bit of droplets here and then. Go, oh, that's nice. It's like, oh my God. And Natalie's like, come on, receive it, receive the love. And
have more love. Have more love.
And in fact, I thought I was really good at receiving love until I met Natalie Ray. And I was like, no, she taught me how to receive more love. So Natalie, I love you. It's fabulous for you to be here and it's fabulous for us to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me here. I love to be here with you. And as I look at you, you are the embodiment of love. So it's like, there's a mirror effect happening here. Love, 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 love. And I'm really, really grateful that you've invited me to speak today about the Worldhugathon and to be part of this wonderful community, especially as an I Love You Me fan and someone that I regard you so highly and love you dearly.
Absolutely. Yeah, you are a bit of a fan, I have to say. And likewise, fan of you. And we've got a few people on with us already, and they are sending you love and saying love is everywhere and saying hello. So
hey,
hello everyone back. So let's just find out how many of you already know Natalie Ray or have seen the hashtag Worldhugathon, because I just spoke like literally 10 minutes before, like 10 minutes ago, literally, I was on the phone to a girl that's like my niece. She's my best friend's, one of my best friend's daughter, known her since she was a little girl. And I said, I'm talking to Natalie Ray about Worldhugathon. She went, oh, I've seen that.
Great.
I was like, yay. So if you've seen hashtag Worldhugathon posted around on your social media in the last few days, just comment below that you've seen it and put the hashtag. And also what I'd love you to do, all of you right now, because we want to spread more love, don't we? I think hands up, we all want to spread more love and everyone's needing it right now. So if you could do a watch party, or if you can share this live on your own Facebook page, your own group or wherever, that would be really, really fabulous. And Lisa's saying love, love. Everyone's on a love vibe. We're on the love vibe.
Yay! Fabulous.
It is the month of love, isn't it? Is that why you decided to do Worldhugathon during February? Because of, the typical Valentine's Day, month of love, or was it something else?
It actually wasn't to do with Valentine's. It was to do with really feeling the need, such a deep need for connection. And what everyone has been feeling and going through with some of the ways that we normally connect is now not happening. For example, I would love to come and travel to you and to my friends around the world, and that's not on the agenda at the moment. So there's a real craving in people's hearts to still find a way to connect. And my view is that we have a choice. We can choose to look at why we can't do things, or we can choose to make a way to connect. And this is something really that came from my heart as a way that we could really share love around the world in February, and come together at a time when there has been separation, and just reunite in what's important: love and joy and togetherness.
And I think everyone that I'm speaking to has got to the point where it's just not even funny anymore. Everyone's absolutely sick of it, and people that are usually up and positive and do make that choice of where there's a will, there's a way, and, you know, keep their spirits high. Even those people are really slumping and just going, oh, I've just had enough now.
I hear you, absolutely. I mean, me too. You know, I've had moments where it's like I can't travel, I can't go and see the people that are really important to me. But, you know, I have been loving sending these hugs over the last few days, and it's amazing how one simple message and a thoughtful act, connecting with people I haven't connected with in a long time, has just cracked my heart open even wider, and just getting that kind of reminder of our memories together and showing that we're thinking of each other has been really powerful. So it's lovely to see that happening. And I believe if we can do that in the masses, 1 million hugs around the world in 1 month, that will be an epic, extraordinary experience of shifting the whole vibration, the feelings, and how we all come together.
You know what, I just thought what we should do at the end of this, we should, when we've had a chat, because I just want to rewind and go, hold on a minute, let's start at the beginning and tell us more about it and what it actually is. But at the end, when we've finished all of that, what I think we should do is, all of us that are on this live, or everybody that's watching on the replay, we're just going to sit and we're going to put that intention out. We're going to make a dedication and spread it out. And through our telepathic powers, through our connection on the matrix of the fabric of the earth and the connection that we have between one another as human beings, we're going to send that message out, and we'll do a little meditation or a little prayer or something about that. How cool would that be?
Beautiful. Love it. Thank you.
Let's do it. So rewind. Natalie Ray, who are you?
Who am I? Well,
how did you get there? Because I'm just going to say, you are an incredible businesswoman and entrepreneur. You're an amazing coach and inspirational person, and you're just really rather clever, as well as being beautiful and full of love, aren't you? You're
who's the Niagara Falls of love?
No, but you are.
I'm like under Niagara Falls right now.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you are. You've, in my life, you know, we met each other at one of my I Love You Me events, actually, and we became friends, and really, really amazingly good friends. And I've benefited so much from your friendship, and I've benefited so much from your wisdom. I mean, you know, you've been the most loyal person. You've been constantly supportive. I think you're an example for me. You're an example of how a woman can lift up another woman in what sometimes is, you know, and sometimes female friendships are awkward because it's like, you know, the queen bee thing, who's the biggest queen bee, and there can be competition, or there can be, you know, underneath thoughts that are not so supportive, that maybe are not verbalized, or maybe they even are. But there's never ever been a drop of that with you. You've been unwaveringly, consistently uplifting, supportive, encouraging, inspiring. You bring wisdom, you bring love, you just bring so much. So I've received a lot from you in my life. But I know, I'm just speaking personally, but I know that you do that for so many others in the corporate world. Right? So you came from corporate.
I did, yeah.
And then can you tell people how you created Life Ladder? And then we'll talk about Worldhugathon.
Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you so much. I'm still kind of taking all of that in. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I started my career in I guess in retail, and I was like, hey, I like this people stuff. And I just got really curious about people and learning about people and what motivated them, what they like, what they don't like. And I just devoted myself at that time to become what I could consider to be an expert in how to help people and bring out their true potential. So I studied HR, I became a trainer, I did a lot of executive coaching in the corporate world and consultancy. I've helped businesses to change and transform their culture. And when I look back on it, the thread that weaves through all of it is that I put the heart into business.
Yeah, you do.
That is what I believe I stand for. Two things is putting the heart into business, and in doing so, it's unleashing and awakening people's true potential, the creativity they have within them, the self-belief, that willingness to dream bigger and be bolder and trust that they can receive it and be it and become it. So, you know, I never tire of that. That's my thing. It's like, I love to dream big. I love to help other people dream big, but not just dream, but to actually know how to align themselves with it so they can open and receive that and enjoy that.
And actually, I'll vouch for you. You're incredibly, incredibly good at doing that. You're one of the most amazing manifestors I've ever met. And you're a fantastic receiver as well.
Like a love waterfall for me. This is
what I'm checking all my phones are off because they're all buzzing like mad right now. Yeah.
So I feel like that's been what I did in the corporate world. And then what happened was I was still like working really hard and I hadn't, although I was helping so many other people, I still hadn't actually learnt my own lesson about how easy it could really be. And, you know, I have to just be really real about that. I was working, if an alien was looking down on me, they would say, what is that woman doing? I was working far harder than I needed to and creating all kinds of resistances and overcomplicating things. And really, I'd had a vision for creating a business that could be helping at least 1 million people. And one Saturday afternoon, it was raining outside, and I opened my pad and I just trusted that my vision would unfold. And I literally held my pen and Life Ladder and the whole vision and our concept and the 7-step method that I'd used in all of my corporate work just came tumbling out onto the page into what is now our core essence and our subconscious catalyst system that we use for our coaching. And then I had this vision that I wanted to launch the business, but had no idea how, because I was still running around like a crazy person doing things the hard way. And life actually sort of knocked me out of that. I had a car crash, and I was recovering for about 9 or 10 weeks after that. And in that time of recovery, I mean, it was a really significant event in my life where I opened up to a whole new way of existing. And as I laid there,
literally stopped you in your tracks, didn't it?
Literally stopped me in my tracks. It just shook me completely. Felt like my soul, you know, left my body, and it was a real kind of, you know, death moment. And then that 10-week period where I was recovering, it was a case of there was nothingness. I was in the void of nothingness. I couldn't do a single thing. I couldn't do anything for myself. I had all these concerns about how am I going to look after my bills, my responsibilities, my family. But you know what? Everything just got taken care of. Everything, one way or another, worked out. The more I could use my own principles and come into that place of faith and trust, the more I found that things opened up. And from that huge shift of trust, then came my investment for my business. More business than I'd ever had before, even though I was doing less than I ever had before. My whole life changed, and
just
now
tell us a little bit more detail on that, because you're skimming over these mega things that I know have happened.
Sorry.
So don't be sorry. I just like the detail is fascinating. So that I'm just going to take you back another one. That moment where you felt like your soul left your body and you had a death moment. And Natalie, actually, it's just hit me again. The amount of people that end up speaking on self-love talks that have had that moment, that have nearly died or gone to that point where they've left their body and then gone, something needs to change, and come back in, and then everything changes after that. So that is a profound moment. And people who are watching this, please don't nearly die to have a transformation.
Exactly.
But,
So I think the key thing is that moment was that the way that was going to get me to my big dreams, because the habits I was in weren't going to get me there. But actually it was really light in comparison to what it could have been. And I'm extremely grateful. And it was during that recovery where I started using my own, what had tumbled out on the page, my own method, my own principles. And because I couldn't do anything physically, so I did all the work on the inside. And as I did the work on the inside, it isn't actually the event that necessarily got my results after. It's that internal work that I did, you know, when I stopped doing and just started working from the inside out in a deeper way than ever before.
And would you say, was it the realization of, oh my goodness, everything I've been doing isn't really working, and it's brought me to a full-on collision and literally stopped me in my tracks, that I can't, because you didn't have to make that choice. You could have just been like, woe is me, and poor me, and everything sucks. And, you know, you could have done that and moaned and complained, but you didn't. You went, okay, something needs to change. Something needs to realign. And you were in the most incredible, and it wasn't easy, I remember, because you had other stuff going on at the time. But I remember you being in this incredibly receptive space. You were absolutely, like you said, in that trust, in that grace, you opened up. And that was your choice, was to do that, was to open up. And yeah, I'm so glad you said it as well, that what you did was the work on the inside. Yeah. Because there's nothing you couldn't move, really, could you? You couldn't really do anything externally to change anything.
Exactly. All I had was everything I've got inside of me, and by doing that work and actually living and breathing my principle that I've developed over many years and used to help so many other people achieve their dreams. And then it's like, you know, let's just actually apply, you know, practice what we teach, you know. And so I went deeper into that and did my 7 steps, you know, or did the internal work. And that is what Life Ladder is all about. It's about making that internal work a way of life. It's not about a problem solving approach. Like, there's so many things out there in the world of personal development, which is about the marketing around it is about fixing things, but I don't think people are a problem to fix. So that it does not resonate with me at all. I believe it's about making it a way of life to enable us to receive and enjoy the success and happiness that we are innately ready for.
Right. And you're bringing that into the business arena, aren't you?
So we help individuals and corporate. It's a membership platform which makes personal development a way of life. But specifically, my personal work, my coaching has been in the corporate arena so far. I've helped a lot of personal clients as well, but now my Life Ladder business and building the actual membership business keeps me pretty busy. So I only work with a handful of personal clients.
So we'll press pause there and send everybody to go look at lifeladder.com. I've put the link, it's going to be below, I think, below this video. Go and have a look at it. Might be above, depending on where you're watching. Go and have a look at Life Ladder. But don't leave the live. Stay on the live. Open the other page and go, oh, yeah. I have to be careful what I say to people, because they'll be like, okay, bye. Yeah, no, it's really, really brilliant. You definitely do bring heart to something that has been predominantly very kind of single focus, all this success orientation, and it's almost at the sacrifice of everything else, or has been in the past. To hell with people. Doesn't matter about your feelings that day, doesn't matter about your emotions, doesn't matter about your mental state. You just achieve, and you get to this, you know, high up position somewhere where it's cold and lonely and empty, and actually what does it do for you? And you have brought into that arena a real heart and soul. can you bring life back to something that was actually pretty soulless and dead, in my opinion.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. It's perfect, because our phrase is that we're the online hub for happiness and success. And the reason for that is because the success and happiness goes hand in hand. It's not success at the expense of happiness. It is both. It's like work on the happiness, do the internal work, the success unfolds. So that's what we're about, really, is doing it with ease, success with ease, not that kind of hard work, you must kind of energy.
And what kind of success is that anyway? Like, how is that successful?
I know, right? Like burning yourself out. And I mean, Alison, who's my partner in Life Ladder, who's incredible, she's had burnout and she's been in the corporate world and had an enormous amount of stress to be successful. And so both of us are really passionate about actually doing it a different way and actually showing people you can achieve your dreams and enjoy them, and you can do it with ease.
Right. So let's just, everybody who's watching this live, and even if you're on the replay, if you want more ease in your life and you believe that you could receive more ease, be in more happiness and be successful, put a comment in the bottom, yes please to ease, or something like that. Yes please.
Like that. Yes please to ease.
Success and happiness together. You can't really have one without the other. And to be honest, being happy is the greatest success you're ever going to have in life, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like, also, again, success often is looked upon as the things that you go out and get out there somewhere, and really it's about the internal work. Like when I did the internal work, I was very blessed to receive help from incredible people to help me bring my business dreams alive and to financially invest. They are amazing, incredible people. And that came after I had done the inner work to be ready to receive that.
So tell us that bit. What happened? So you've had your car crash, you're recovering, you're doing your inner work, you put out this spontaneous inspiration on the page of Life Ladder and your core values that you talked about. Mm-hmm. And then what happened? Tell us about what happened with how it actually got started in the investment.
Okay. Well, first of all, work started coming in when I hadn't done a single bit of marketing at all. And it all just started flowing with ease. And then I got a phone call from a client who I'd done some work with, and I was driving back from East Grinstead at the time, and I can literally picture where I was in the car and everything, the moment, because it was really special. And he was on speakerphone and he said, "You know what, Natalie, I've been thinking, and I know that you want to make Life Ladder global and help people across the whole world. And you've done so much for our business and what you've done with our team and how you've helped them, that we would really love to support you and be part of it. And would you be willing to consider us investing in you and being part of it with you?" And bearing in mind I hadn't done a single pitch for an investment, hadn't asked anybody anything. I was driving back from East Grinstead, got a phone call, and there it was. And all of a sudden, my vision that was just on a page in my book suddenly became a very tangible, real scenario. It was amazing. So, they are wonderful people. Yeah.
Well, that speaks volumes in lots of different ways. I'll let people interpret it however they do, but to me, there's so much in that of what happened in that moment and why that happened. But definitely, if what those principles that you took, the medicine that you took for yourself, is what's in Life Ladder, and it had that effect for you, I wonder what effect it's going to have for other people. So, Life Ladder, and then what happened? How did Worldhugathon come into the picture?
Right. So we've been doing, we've been a year now, Life Ladder. We've got quite a lot of corporate membership, but we're still looking for how we can build more individual subscriptions and actually help more people, because our vision is happiness and success for everyone, everywhere.
And 1 million people as well, right?
Yeah, helping at least 1 million people. Yeah, absolutely. So So with that in mind, we were talking about our plans and thinking, well, what do we actually stand for? And whenever we're having strategic chats, we always come back to the vision, which is happiness and success for everyone, everywhere. And so when we came back to it, it was like, well, to be honest, what the world needs right now isn't necessarily to get into all of the personal development stuff, or, you know, I mean, yes, that's great. Of course, you know, I would love that. But actually what people really need right now, more than anything, love, joy, connection. And because I feel so passionate about what's possible, that is probably one of the key things about me. It's like, I believe that anything is possible, you know, when we come together and when we're willing to align with that. So
I've got goosebumps.
So I was like, you know, what if? And we were bouncing ideas, me and Alison, and we were bouncing ideas around. It was like, what if, you know, we can just be that little kind of catalyst that just allows everybody to come together for something that could flood the internet with positivity, and just for people to remember that they are loved, they are thought about, they are special. And for us just to kind of connect in a different way and change the story, change the narrative, and really let our hearts communicate with each other and do something good. So hence why we came up with the Worldhugathon. And the whole line is 1 million hugs around the world, one world in 1 month. So it's a big, bold vision, and hence why I said about me believing in what's possible. I believe in people so much, and I believe in the infinite resources that we have available to us. So for me, although that sounds like a big dream, it actually isn't. If you consider how many people in the world, it doesn't actually have to be as big as it seems. It's all about how much can we unite? How much community spirit have we got in us to come together and actually just share love and joy, not for any other reason than because it just feels fantastic, feels amazing to drench each other in love and happiness.
I'm sitting here and I don't know how I'm managing to keep still. I want to jump up and be like, yes, yes. I've got rushes of this energy just going, whoop. Oh my God, 1 million hugs, one world. This energy. Like, oh my God, yes, it's possible. Okay, so I'm going to invite everyone as well, because you said 2 incredibly powerful magic words. Natalie Ray.
Okay.
You know what? Do you know what 2 words I'm going to say now?
No.
This is fantastic. Those, if everybody wants to know, magic words that makes you create anything, makes anything possible. What if? So what if, and if everyone says this together, what if it was possible? And Natalie, what's possible, Natalie? Tell everybody again.
What if it was possible for us in the world to unite and shower each other with love and joy, with 1 million virtual hugs around our one world in 1 month?
Woohoo! In 1 month, 1 million hugs in 1 month. Oh my goodness, you keep giving me goose pimples. Ah. So, no, it is. It's just like, that energy is so amazing. So, can everyone imagine it right now? Can we just imagine? Because also those hugs, yes, we are sending that recognition. That I've seen the hugs that you've been sending, because you spend time. I can tell you must spend all day, every day sending hugograms. Because yours are just really detailed and specific. I appreciate you for this. I want to hug you because of this. And you're over here and I'm over here. And if I could be with you, you'll be the one that I would hug today. You know, and you're putting some real sweet personal touches into your hugs. And there's a whole range of them, isn't there, that people can go and choose, you know, whatever kind of hug that they want to send. And they've got your example. They can look at your post and see what you've written and go, oh, wow. What if I could put that level of appreciation to someone and communicate it and send them this virtual hug? And at the same time of it being a virtual hug, a hugogram, what if when we were giving a hug in a hugogram, we actually could just hug ourselves and imagine that person receiving the hugogram and hugging themselves. And when they receive it, when you get a hugogram or when you see a hugogram on your social media being sent, what if you just stop in that moment and just squeeze? Because then we're bringing it home, aren't we? We're making it real.
Absolutely.
Really real. And the power of our imagination is really strong. I'm pretty sure we're all very good imaginers. So if we close our eyes and we wrap our arms around ourselves and we think of that person that we want to hug and that person that we're appreciating and that we want to see, and instead of feeling the longing and the missing and the aching and the pain and the boredom and the misery and the complaining and the, what's not happening, you could say, what if, as I'm hugging myself and thinking of this person and sending them this hugogram to be also part of the 1 million hugs in 1 month, and they were hugging themselves when they receive it, effectively, we're all in a great big hug.
Yes.
Aren't we?
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
a great big hug together. Oh, I just love that.
I think, yeah, if you haven't done this already, if you're watching and you haven't just hugged yourself right then please do, because it's amazing. Let's hug ourselves. It's so true what you're saying, Tara. It's one of the posts that we've done. It's like when you actually put that awareness on, focus on what it feels like to receive that hug, it just awakens that feeling within you, memories, or awakens that sensation. And it's so powerful when we just allow ourselves to go there and feel it. So thank you for saying that. That's amazing.
Well, it beats feeling really fed up, doesn't it? And going that, feeling like there is no solution, but the solution is actually right there. There is always a solution. And this is something that what would happen if we all joined in together? What if more and more people, everybody watching this, for example, and I know I get several thousand views on my videos, so everybody watching this will go to, where do they go actually to find a hugogram?
Go to Facebook, the Worldhugathon group, and what I'll do is I'll put a link in the, I copy and paste the link afterwards if we can send it to people after. Can we put it in the comments or not?
Yeah, in fact, we could do it right now.
Okay.
And or somebody who's already got the World Hugogram Facebook page.
Let me just send.
Do we just type it in? Yeah. Do we just type in World Hug?
Yeah, go to the search bar and type in Worldhugathon and it will bring up the page, but I'm just going to get the link.
Oh, I see.
It's facebook.com/Worldhugathon. Let me
Brilliant.
just, yeah.
I'm going to do it right now.
facebook.com/Worldhugathon.
There you go.
Hooray.
It's in the comments. We'll put it on the YouTube and everywhere else that this gets posted. And if everybody could just go to the Facebook page, Worldhugathon, you will see so many posts that are already made for you.
Yes.
And tell people what they're going to find on there, because I know you've been super busy. You and your creative team have been super busy, haven't you, creating all of these wonderful hugograms?
Yes, we have been super busy. So we've created little graphics and visuals where you can send hugs to people. So it's nice and easy for you to simply find the one you like and share it with your friends. So there's things in there like specifically for students. There's things in there for mums and dads, for friends, for parents, for people doing homeschooling that might need some appreciation.
Oh my goodness, let's just send a little wave of appreciation to all the homeschoolers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fair play to homeschoolers.
Yes, there's loads of things in there.
And all the children.
There's things like, missing your fitness buddy, a fitness buddy that you're thinking of. There's literally all kinds of, things. A miss going out on the town with you this weekend. There's all kinds of reasons, and every day we'll be posting a new theme. So you can either just send your own hug to your friends, or you can send based on the theme.
What theme was it today?
Today was students.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know any students. I didn't send any students. I just sent one to my I Love You Me community.
perfect. And I mean, hey,
Yeah.
you know, it's just great. Every day is about hugging who you want to. So it's the themes are there to just, you know, share wider inspiration, but ultimately it's about how you want to participate and who you want to share your hugs to. But what we've been learning every day. Okay, so far we've reached. When I checked earlier, it was 30,650.
Oh, that's what, on day 4?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Which is great, and that's across 10 countries, so that's really exciting. But we're learning every day, we're learning as we go. This is the first time we've ever attempted anything of this kind of, you know, size and scale. We're learning as we go, and what we've realized now would be better is actually when you send your hugs, if you go onto the page, the Worldhugathon page, and create a post in on that page, and then tag in your friend,
Right.
and use the hashtag Worldhugathon, then all of our hugs are going to be in there. So we get that community spirit with each other, and then we can feel the momentum of everything we're sharing. Because I've been seeing some incredible hugs that our wonderful ambassadors, and can I just say, anyone, thank you so much to all of the ambassadors. Thank you, Tara, for supporting us, and thank you everyone else who's got involved in this. I'm so moved by how many people will actually go all out just to share love and joy. And it's seeing all of the hugs that the ambassadors have been sending has really been just amazing. So huge thank you to
How do people get to be an ambassador?
Originally, we asked 100 people. So if anyone watching wants to be an ambassador, then they can message me directly. I'm in the I Love You Me community. So I'll post in there, and then people can message me directly if they want.
Or I'm sure people can find you through Life Ladder as well, or they can probably find you on Facebook Messenger, or are you on Instagram or anything else where people can find you? There you go. So just personal message Natalie. And so being an ambassador, because I'm an ambassador, just quickly tell people what's the difference between being an ambassador or just sending a hugogram.
Sure. So the ambassadors are very kindly committed to being an active part in it every single day throughout the whole of February. So it was a case of sending 5 hugs on the first day, on Monday, and at least 1 other hug every other day, so that there is momentum throughout, rather than dipping in, sending 1 and then forgetting about it. The ambassadors are kind of creating that ripple effect continuously.
I've got a feeling, Natalie, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just like, hold on a minute. I've got a feeling that there's going to be some people watching this going, you know what? I would absolutely love to be an ambassador and to do that every day, because not only when we're doing this, being an ambassador, because we know we're putting love out to everyone else and we get that beautiful, good feeling, but it's also gives us a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging, a sense of connection to other people. And it also reminds us to hug and love ourselves as well. That's what I feel anyway. Because when I'm sending a hug to someone, I get that beautiful feeling, like we just said, where you go, oh, it's like that fizzy, bubbly joy, warm, and it's not all pain and doom and gloom. It's like, wow. And everything just feels brighter and lighter, and there's hope and possibility and magic. And you know, what's the real stuff, the real stuff of life is just right there. Hugs say so much, don't they? Just a hug, it just means so much. And remembering what it feels like to give hugs, and that feeling happens in my body, so I get the beautiful feeling of it. So that's a bonus to me every day as an ambassador. And I reckon there's quite a bunch of people out there who would absolutely love to give that to themselves.
Wow, if you want to give that to yourself and other people, then my arms are wide open to hug you and welcome you to be an ambassador with us. That would be amazing. And honestly, remember, no one can do anything alone. This is about community. The only way this vision is going to come to life is with the power of the collective, with us all coming together, uniting in togetherness. So I would welcome with my whole heart anyone that feels passionate about that and wants to be part of that.
What are you thinking? Oh, Jeannie Burshett said, I love that. Thank you for the homeschooling love. See, you need it. And Tina is sending hugs as well. Guys, if you want to be an ambassador of the Worldhugathon, go contact Natalie. You can start sending her a message right now, or you can just post in the comments below, yes, me, and we'll catch up with you. And also, so if people don't necessarily want to become an ambassador, but they just want to get involved, they just go to the Worldhugathon page and
follow the page and create your post and tag your friend, tell them why you're sending them a virtual hug, and hashtag Worldhugathon. And as long
give
as
us an idea, Natalie.
Yeah, as long as the post is public, that's what enables us to track the hashtags. Because of GDPR, when it's private or just sent to one friend specifically, we can't get that data, so we can't count whether it goes to the million. But if it's a public post, we're allowed to track the hashtag, so we know how many we've done. So an example might be, you go into the page, you create post, and then tag in your friend and say, I don't know, I'll give you an example of one I did the other day. I said, Lisa, I remember the day that we laughed so much that we just laughed ourselves into the middle of nowhere, and we couldn't stop all afternoon. And that remembering that makes me really want to hug you, and I'm thinking of you. And hashtag Worldhugathon. And then she came back and she was like, you've got me uncontrollably laughing again now. And it literally woke up that remembrance that we have, and so it was wonderful. Otherwise, it can be just really simple, like, I'm thinking of you. I'm if we were together tonight, we would be doing this. So I'm thinking of you and sending you love. Anything that feels right for you. But it's just that connection to let someone know. And as you do that, it's remembering and feeling it yourself.
Putting a hug into words like, you're really important to me. You matter to me. I feel good around you.
Yes, absolutely. When I see you, you always, make me feel inspired, or you always make me smile, or you always make me giggle. Anything that's relevant for your relationship with that person. And I've enjoyed doing that so much this week. It's great fun looking at your friend and saying, actually, what do I feel in my heart about this person? And just sending it to them. It's such a joy, and seeing them receive it, and their response is wonderful, because it's not just the giving of it. It's like what you also receive back, and that joy between the two of you. There really is that connection, togetherness. It's beautiful. I'm loving it.
And you're only on day 4, so you've got another 24 days of this month. You're going to be exploding. You're going to be bursting.
I'm going to be like just totally blissed out. It's just so much fun. It is so much fun. And it's also fun seeing everyone else's. I mean, we've seen also pets getting involved now. People, doing virtual hugs with their pets, posting a photo of them and their family, or them and their pets, and saying hashtag Worldhugathon. And seeing all of these experiences. Some people are doing video posts. It's just a wide range of joy. It's beautiful.
I just got another one of those waves. I'm like, wow, we can just go wild. Isn't it creative and imaginative for everyone just to focus on that one thing of sending a hug and see what it brings up, like you with your pen ready to go, right, inspire me, universe. And then you wrote out your whole business plan. And that's why we're doing Worldhugathon now, is because of that moment of you just calling in the inspiration. So what if you could go, right, what if I did Worldhugathon, and what if I could send hugs to this person and that person? What if I could do a video? What if I could, you could just go wild with it for the next 24 days of this month?
I know, it's so much fun. I mean, it's taken me down memory lane as well, thinking back on times that are really precious. It's just amazing. So, and of course, there's been gifts as well. You know, if you like those gifts, there's some really super cool gifts about hugs. I saw one with, like, you know, two people running to each other. And so I sent a hug saying, this would so be me. This would so be me if I was in Spain right now.
I saw that one.
Yeah. So, you know, it's so much fun, and you can make it your own.
Gosh, so do you think it's time? Is there anything else you want to share before we imagine and feel and do a little whatever we want to call it, meditation or whatever you want to call it, to have the world hugging, the 1 million plus people, at least 1 million hugging around the world?
You know, there is
there anything else you want to share? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah, I would like to say, Tara, that part of the reason why I'm even doing anything like this is because you actually helped me to trust in my expression of love. The I love you me and our friendship. You actually made me trust that I can simply just be love and show love and express love, and that is always welcome. And so any part of me before that used to inhibit or shield any of that, it's like all of that has just come down from my I love you me method and from working with you. And now my heart is more open than it has ever been. So the fact I'm sat here doing Worldhugathon, probably I may not have reached this point without actually meeting the global love ambassador to actually show me that I can just be in my heart, be me, express love, and do whatever I want. So thank you for being that inspiration of love for me.
Oh, you are one of the best huggers in the whole world, Natalie Ray, and one of my very favorite people in the whole world. And sharing this mutual journey of opening and trusting the love and receiving even more love, I think we definitely mutually expanded one another. And when two great forces collide. So
and all of us as well in the I Love You Me community, the people I met at the event, and I know some people in this community, and it is amazing. So I just love all of this love.
You know what I've been missing as well, and the people that are training with me as well, that have been training, they started their training last April, doing the year course to be an I Love You Me self-love coach. And they're wrapping up and they're doing their case studies and stuff. Some of you in this group have been receiving those sessions with the trainees. And, you know, I was talking to them on our coaching session on Tuesday and just saying, you know what, this whole training is the first one we've done that's been completely online. And there's been no live interaction. There's been no live events since these guys come and joined the team. And prior to that, we did lots of live events and we all knew each other, and there was a lot of hugs in our event. And, you know, not kind of the kind of hugs where you go, oh, do I have to? It was like people really just dancing around, hugging each other, crying with joy, crying with realizations and relief and healing, and really that connection, that togetherness, because that family connection to me is everything, that community and coming together. Because love inside of oneself is something that I always connected to, that deep, sublime source love. It's my childhood, I guess, just plugged me into it and I never left. So I always knew where the love was and I always knew how to feel the love. But for me, it was the greatest thing to not just have that as a lone internal meditative experience, but to actually see it made manifest in the people around me, to have it communicated, touch, words, you know, just people coming together and feeling that real love, not the hyped up, hypey stuff where you like a sugar crash where you die, you know, you have the crash afterwards from the high, but the genuine love that permeated and healed people. And we used to experience that a lot together. And the students now not having that, it's been a whole different trip doing the training this year with those guys and going, how can we keep a sense of family and community and remind ourselves and each other that we're there for each other and that we can reach out? Because Natalie, I wonder if you experience this, where some people, when they need something, instead of actually reaching out and saying, hey, I actually need some help, I'm not doing so well, or reaching out to somebody else and saying, hey, can I just do something for you? Can I give you some love? Is there anything you need? A lot of people hold it back, right? And they won't show themselves and they won't say, actually, can I have some help? And they also get scared about saying, I've got so much to give. Can I give something to you? And they hold it back. And I suppose that, especially over the last almost a year with all the lockdown stuff, people have been having to have their own breakthroughs with that. And yet a lot of people haven't. You know, some people do their work, or some catalyst kicks them so that they just go through their own barrier and they start expressing, whether it's a need for help or a need to give or a need to receive. But there's still a lot of people, I think, that are still sitting on the other side of their own little wall, internal wall, not being able to come through. And so we can say, oh, we're family, we're community, we love you, but some people might not actually be feeling that, or might be too scared to express it. Do you understand? What would you say to people like that are feeling like that behind the wall?
I would say that if we feel that there is a wall here in some way, then there's probably a wall somewhere like within us. And for me, I had to move that wall between my expression and valuing my own voice to be vulnerable and my deeper self. So by loving myself enough to be seen and to be heard in my vulnerability, first of all hearing me, but then trusting that I can voice that, was the most greatest expression of love to myself, because I gave myself a voice. So it didn't even matter what came back from anybody else. It was just the act of me loving me enough to say, actually, I really could do with some help right now.
It's vulnerable both ways, isn't it? To say help, or I've got something I want to share, and opening your mouth and being heard.
It is. And also I would say from my experience to have courage with that, with both receiving and giving, because sometimes when you give, it can overwhelm people if they're not used to it. And certainly when you receive, it can be overwhelming. Like, what kind of conditions will there be? Is it safe? Am I safe to receive? And actually, when we just really get ourselves and go, right, okay, I'm secure here within me, and I'm gonna open myself and trust that whatever happens, I've got me. And then there's like this huge heart opening experience where you realize that actually it doesn't have to be that hard, and you can have even more ease and grace just by loving yourself enough to voice it, or to give it. It's a profound thing, giving and receiving, and allowing that to be in free flow.
Gosh, I really feel that. And it reminds me, I remember that night I'd driven you home. We'd gone somewhere and I'd given you a lift home, and it was absolutely chucking it down outside in the car. And it was quite late at night, do you remember? And you were going, just Tara, you were like, Tara, I love you so much. And I was like, yeah, I know you do. You were like, no, but I really do. And I was like, yeah, Nat, that's just because you're a really loving person. And you were like, Tara, do you remember?
I do.
No, Tara. And I know that it was like, I let so much in and I received so much. Like, yeah, I know I'm loved. It's really nice. Thank you. But you felt my wall. You could feel it because you felt me not fully receiving you, which in turn hurt you. And then when I see you feeling hurt because I'm not receiving the love that you have, because that means I'm not receiving you, who you are, I was like, oh my goodness. I had one of those light bulb moments, and that little wall came crashing down. It was like the ocean had just pushed it over and it was gone. It was like, wow, let the love in, Tara, let this. So there was that real feeling of, trusting to receive love,
Yeah.
that it was real. And it wasn't just somebody else's nice flowery words, because lots of people say, oh, I love you, or I didn't mean to say that in American accent, like a Care Bear, I love you, but that gushy, mushy, that just feels fake, I love you, and you go, yeah, I'm not really feeling it.
I've been there.
Really
I've totally been there when people feel like that there isn't that trust in my words. Sometimes it can take a while for people to really feel me and realize that actually I really do mean every single word that I say. And it's been it's taken courage on my part to not give based on a condition or an expectation that they will receive me, but just to give because that is me, and that is what I want to express to that person, and it's coming from my heart. So if I try to stop it, it's like trying to turn the tide.
It's like trying to turn Niagara Falls off.
Why would you want to turn the tide? Why? So actually, when I got it, and it was like, oh, just allow your free expression. Just be free to share love and receive love. Allow that movement. It was a game changer. So yeah. So if you hit a wall, or if sometimes you think, oh, how real is this? It's an opportunity to just go, right, how much more can I receive? How much more can I peel back those layers and unfold even more and let the love and the light blossom?
Let it into all of those parts that I really want to receive the love, and maybe that are scared to let it in. Those are the parts that need it the most.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Totally.
All the parts where you're aching to be hugged, aching to be appreciated, aching to be just remembered by somebody, or you're aching to share something with someone and tell them how you feel, tell them how much you mean to them. I think if we're not going to give ourselves the permission and the love and the freedom to just flow in our feelings and in our heart now, there's no time like the present. There is no better time than right now. World situations have set it up. So it gives us a really wonderful contrast, and it's like, actually, this could be the best time of our lives ever, because so many heart walls came crashing down. People decided just to be vulnerable, beautiful human beings, the way that we're designed, all squishy and wishy and full of water and full of love, needing cuddles and joy and laughter for no good reason whatsoever, other than it just feels good. And just shower one another with that adoration and love. Everybody just wants that right now, don't they? And we can do it.
We can.
And we are.
We are. Yes, we are. And wow, we started this on Monday, coming back to the Worldhugathon. If you look at that as an example, started that on Monday, and earlier it was 30,650. And really, that's from a very small starting point and a complete standstill. That is what people can do when they want to be part of something. And I'm amazed by you and by everyone that's got involved with this. So yeah, it's really, how much can we allow ourselves to receive and just enjoy what's possible for us.
Let's take a deep breath in and breathe all of that in. So Natalie, would you like to, because I know you're wonderful at doing this, let's take us on your what if. Take everybody on the what if journey, and that not what if, but that it's possible and that it's happening. And what if 1 million people, at least 1 million people, by the end of the February, we're in the Worldhugathon. You just take us through that little, whatever you're going to do.
Okay, I have no idea, so we'll see what happens.
I don't know.
All right. So
no, I know we didn't practice. I've just dropped it on.
Yeah. So wherever you are, however you're sitting, just get yourself really comfy. And just come to the breath. Bring your awareness to the breath. Just breathe into your beautiful bodies. Feel the love that you are. Maybe hold your heart if you're not already. Place your hands on your body where you really want to be held right now. And now, as you soften and allow yourself to be held by you, just imagine what it would feel like to have all the people that love you so dearly and all the people that you love, if they were right with you right now, wrapping their arms around you like a velvet blanket, soft and warm. Or maybe it's a squeeze, or however your dear beloved friends and family and connections hug you. And allow your body to really feel that sense of arms around you, your shoulders being touched, your cheeks being pressed, if that's what happens. Resting into someone's chest or their neck, feeling their arms holding you, that warmth, that heart-to-heart connection. And maybe you can see some faces, some smiles, and some of the people that you would hug and what they would look like if you were hugging them right now, or if you saw them in the street and just charged towards them, like, and actually had a real physical hug, what would their faces be like? And any sounds, any things you might say to each other. And just allow the whole body and mind to connect to that reality of feeling it in the present moment, that awakening within yourself of experiencing a hug. And feel that shift in your cells, in your whole body. Start to become aware of how that's moving energy inside of you. As memories flood up, as your body starts to feel a change in temperature, in warmth, just feel what it's like for you. And now consider, as that energy comes out of you, that shift of your own feelings, how that ripples out like an extraordinary ripple effect like you see on water, just expanding out and out in your home, in your street, in your community. Just see all of the people in all of the houses, what it would be like if they could feel a hug right now. And invite them to feel that presence within themselves of that inner love, that unconditional love that we are within ourselves, in our truth. And see it going across your town, your county, expanding out like a beautiful light. See what color that is for you. See that light flow out far and wide across the whole country and even across the oceans, stretching far and wide. This joy, as we all feel it within, so we share it on the outside, and it ripples around the whole globe, across the oceans, to everybody else in all the other countries. Wherever you are in the world, we are united in one world, hand in hand in this globe, this circle, or this, however we resemble it in our hearts, in our minds right now, a oneness that we can tap into and collectively feel when we bring our focus to that. And just see what the world could look like. Just allow your mind to show you a vision of what the world could look like if at least 1 million people received hugs, if at least 1 million people received a message out of the blue telling them why they are special, telling them how they make a difference, why they are appreciated. And what would that look like and feel like for you to also receive messages out of the blue, heartwarming acknowledgements of who you are and the difference you've made and how you've brought joy to others? And now let's just invite our vision, our awareness, our hearts to open, that we can literally see and feel that feeling of connecting heart to heart, soul to soul, in a united mission of love and of joy. And seeing the floods across that ripple effect, floods of faces smiling, floods of people saying to their family, wow, I got a message today from someone I haven't spoken to in ages. They said this, and I feel amazing. Just how many people in their homes could change their feelings today, tomorrow, throughout February, from the power of a hug. Allow your body just to breathe that in and feel what it's like to be part of that, to be part of the creation of 1 million hugs in our world in 1 month. What would that mean to you to be part of that? What would it mean for our history, for 2021, for how we responded in a tough time? What does that mean for all of us, individually and as a collective? And Tara, would you like to add anything as you're feeling this with me?
I think you said everything, Natalie. Actually, Natalie, it just feels perfect. It was so beautiful. I was just feeling how absolutely everybody can be part of this. Hugs just build bridges between everything, between all people.
Yeah.
And I was visualizing as well the world and people in all different countries that I've never met, and that I'm standing in that 1 million group of these people and how we're all connected. Because I sent a hug to you and you sent a hug to someone else and they sent it, 10 people later, somebody on the other side of the world or whatever. I don't know. It was just a really beautiful feeling, and I could just feel all this energy. And the energy that I feel is that really kind of, like the core energy stream, that totally connected, like just totally connected. Knowing that we're together, knowing that we're not alone, and the amount of impact that that's going to make on the human population of the world and the animal population and nature population and the world herself, Gaia, Mother Earth, her energy, and just some things are so exquisite and expansive and just perfect about that. And it's so simple. It's so easy and it's so simple. And I was also remembering when we did a big meditation on the winter solstice last year. When you have those big meditation moments and like loads of people and that everyone's always aiming for the million around the world. And I don't know how they track that. I don't know if they can track that. And that's one of the wonderful things about what you're doing is you can actually track it and see how many people. But it's like when I participated in that 21st of December meditation, there was a definite shift from that because so many people were meditating and focusing on that, and it was amazing. And then the ripple effect of that afterwards was really tangible. And so it's like, and now you don't even have to sit down and meditate. You can just send a hug and it's super easy, and it just gets better and better, doesn't it? With ease and grace and trust and that pure heart, pure vulnerability, we could heal a lot on this planet. We could heal a heck of a lot.
We can, very much.
No fighting anything. Let's just love it instead.
Thank you so much for that. I mean, I didn't know where I was going to go with that, but just feeling that, I mean, I can really, I feel different just doing that. And I could see loads of people I didn't know in their homes just being surprised by an unexpected hug that they received. And of course, you know, it's a wonderful thing to create together and be part of, and we'll all have that community. So if you actually want to connect as well with other people who love and love joy, then we're all going to be in that community doing this together. So yeah, I'm really grateful you've given me a chance to come on and speak about this, Tara.
Oh, I'm so grateful to have you, Natalie. You're a ray of sunshine. And it's, you know, I'm really happy that more people have got to meet you and got to know you. And so everybody, again, I know I'm a little bit like right now after all of this. I've had so much amazing energy going through my body. So go to the Worldhugathon Facebook page, like it, join it.
Yep, like it, follow it, and then create posts and start sending your hug. So create a post, tag in your friend, tell them why you're sending them a hug, and add hashtag Worldhugathon.
And the hashtag Worldhugathon is really important because
we're counting up to our 1 million. So the use of the hashtag on any public post will count as a hug given towards the 1 million. So using the hashtag is super, super important to be part of that.
And can you tell everybody every day what number we're on so that we can all get really excited about it and go, oh my God, it's 50,000 today. Oh, it's 100,000. Oh my God, it's, you know.
We are going to be posting the numbers, absolutely. Whether it's every day or not, I'm not sure. Don't want to overpromise. But however, definitely every other day. We've posted twice so far this week with the updates.
Okay, no pressure about the numbers.
Yeah,
but we can all be waiting, going, I wonder how.
Yeah, it is really exciting, and we're doing this together. So we need to celebrate each other. You know, we need to celebrate that we're making this happen. It's extraordinary. I mean, you know, 30,000 people, 30,650 people. That's a lot of people that have seen something that has potentially lifted their whole day. You know, they're giving them a smile, giving them that feeling. So we're smashing it.
And, you know, I'm a bit like, well, what's going to happen after this? And then what?
Yeah.
You know, 1 million people hugging in February. What's going to happen in March? This is fantastic. Okay, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed. I mean, I can't believe anybody would be here and not enjoying this. Guys, have you enjoyed Natalie? I really hope you have. And immediately.
I really hope you have too.
I really hope you have. I'm sure you have. Oh, yeah, of course they are. I'm just looking at your comments now. They're like, yes, 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 yes. Everybody's loving it. Oh, brilliant. Of course you love it because we're a big community and a family of love here. Thank you, everybody, for watching and being part of I Love You Me community, and also being part of Worldhugathon community, and just generally being part of the human family. We love you genuinely, don't we, Nat? We're a big fan of humans.
Absolutely. We love humans. We love you.
Love people.
Let's have a hug. Let's have a hug. Everyone, sending you a big hug for listening, for welcoming me with such an open heart and open mind and hearing me. Thank you so much. And thank you, Tara, for having me on your beautiful self-love talks. It's amazing.
What, anytime. Let's have you at the end of the month and you can share with everybody what happened.
Oh, that would be cool. I'd love to do that.
I know, right? We can look forward to that again. All right, everybody, sending you loads and loads of love. And also, by the way, next Thursday, I have another incredibly beautiful soul, Yasmin Atala, coming on, and she's going to be talking about, actually, I'll leave it as a surprise, but you have to watch next Thursday. So love you guys and see you very soon. Take care. Mwah, mwah, hug.